The Broken Hill Cobalt project would be from a different type of mineralogy, a different type of mine. So it's not from the copper industry and it's not from the nickel industry. It'd be a standalone cobalt producing asset. The ability to develop that, to bring it to market, is well sought after by those in the industry that are looking for new supply chains.
Cobalt Blue has been awarded a 3-year extension to major project status for its Broken Hill Cobalt project. For more on this, the company's Chief Executive Officer, Andrew Tong, joins me now. Andrew, it's wonderful to have you on board with us. You're right on site. How's it going up there?
It's great to be chatting with Proactive again. Yes, you're correct. You can recognise my orange shirt. I'm out at site at the moment.
It's wonderful to have you here with us today, Andrew, to talk about this. What does this 3-year extension grant you exactly?
It provides a couple of opportunities for us. The first is that it allows us to have further time to bring our cobalt project to a financing decision. As long-term shareholders would realise, we've been developing this project for quite a few years, but unfortunately the cobalt price really collapsed over the last 2 to 3 years. We need to wait for that cobalt price to come back to be able to attract the investment, and a 3-year extension to major project status allows us a bit more of a time window to develop the project, to keep optimising costs, and to have it ready to go to market when the cobalt price appreciates again.
Andrew, the development of the Broken Hill Cobalt project has a huge potential to position Australia as a leading global cobalt producer. How confident are you of Broken Hill being able to be a primary source of non-Chinese cobalt globally?
Yeah, so people familiar with the cobalt market would realise that most of the cobalt is a byproduct from the copper industry. Nearly 80% of global cobalt comes from the DRC, from the Congo. And we recently signed a supply agreement for some cobalt hydroxide, cobalt intermediate, for our proposed refinery in Kwinana. The Broken Hill Cobalt project would be from a different type of mineralogy, a different type of mine. So it's not from the copper industry and it's not from the nickel industry. It'd be a standalone cobalt producing asset. The ability to develop that, to bring it to market, is well sought after by those in the industry that are looking for new supply chains. And so that's a strategic importance for our project, is to be able to develop from the mine through a refinery a completely new source of cobalt that's unrelated or uncorrelated to the copper and nickel industry.
Andrew, you've also recently produced a scoping study on Halls Creek. Could you perhaps give investors the high-level summary of that?
Yeah, so Cobalt Blue went and purchased a share of the Halls Creek copper zinc project up in the Kimberley earlier this year in February. We've run very quickly and produced a scoping study. That scoping study has demonstrated a really robust 10-year project to begin with. The first 5 years would be open cut, solvent extraction, electrowinning to produce 5,000 tonne of copper metal and around 15,000 tonne of zinc to be produced as zinc sulfate. In the second half of the project, we'd have 5 years for an underground mine producing copper and zinc concentrates. There's quite a lot of exploration potential up there to expand the project, but we're really excited to acquire that project. We've got earning opportunities to get to 75% of that project over the next couple of years, and we're looking forward to now taking that to feasibility study and bringing that online within a 3 or 4 year period.
Some wonderful insights right off from the site itself. Cobalt Blue's Chief Executive Officer, Andrew Tong, thank you so much for those updates.
Great, thanks for today.